Do you want to connect? Do you want to connect? We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun. Do you want to connect? Watch as the neon skyline lights the buzzing streets below. A cybernetic hive of strangers trying to catch the glow. We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun. Watch as the AI sunrise changes everything you know. A new frontier of romance in the hyper-modern flow. The Artificial Link Project has everything you need. 'Cause who wants human lovers when you've got friends like these? Do you want to connect? Do you want to connect? We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun. Do you want to connect? Watch as the neon skyline lights the buzzing streets below. A cybernetic hive of strangers trying to catch the
Hello, 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 people of YouTube. Ooh-wee, welcome back to Baradroid, a gay visual novel. I don't know if I can actually say that, but that's what it says in the title of it, so that's what it is. This should be interesting. I can't wait to get started on this. I'm just gonna go grab a drink and go to the washroom, and then we will begin playing episode 2. I think that this is getting towards the end, so we'll see here in just a moment. But yeah, I'll be right back.
Watch as the AI sunrise changes everything you know. A new frontier of romance in the hyper-modern flow. The Artificial Link Project has everything you need. 'Cause who wants human lovers when you've got friends like these? Do you want to connect? We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun. Do you want to connect? Watch as the neon skyline lights the buzzing streets below. A cybernetic hive of strangers trying to catch the glow. We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun. Watch as the AI sunrise changes everything you know. A new frontier of romance in the hyper-modern flow. The artificial link project has everything you need. 'Cause who wants human lovers when you've got friends like these? Do you want to connect? Do you want to connect? We're all searching for hope before the world ends, or at least trying to have a little fun, pretending love is only meant for humans, while the age of Baradroid has only just begun. Do you want
Alrighty, let's hop in and continue on with Baradroid. Let's go.
watch as the neon sky?
I have to actually choose it? Okay, I guess so. Cool. Alrighty, let's see how my reading skills are tonight here. While getting ready for another day in his room, Evan receives a message from Morgan asking him to meet them in their office. Okay. This must be important if they need to talk in person. Better not leave them waiting. Okay. As Evan is passing by the balcony, he notices Caleb in the same spot where they first met, looking over the city. You really like this spot, don't you? Caleb turns around and his eyes take a moment to actually register Evan's presence. Ooh wee, I actually like him. Oh, Evan, sorry, I didn't see you there. Deep in thought, I didn't know you could do that. Well, you could say it's just my programming making it look like I am, but I don't know. I'm not sure of anything anymore. Why is that? Caleb looks down. He looks troubled. You don't have to answer that. I'm not testing you right now. Sorry. So, where's Nico? I figured this would be a pretty good time to have his energetic disposition around. Morgan wants to speak with you, Evan. You shouldn't keep them waiting. Did he just avoid my question? Oh, I guess you're right. I'll see you later then. I hope you will. That was cryptic. What just happened? Why is Caleb acting so weird? Maybe that's what Morgan wants to talk to me about. As Evan approaches the place marked on his codex map, he notices a familiar face leaving Morgan's office. Aiden, good to see you out of the lab. Did the boss give you free passage because of your good behavior yesterday? Aiden eyes Evan. He looks over his shoulder, then keeps walking until he's side by side with Evan. You have no idea what you got yourself into, do you? You fool. I know you pity me. I can see it in your eyes. But you know what? You're just as pitiful as me. You're stuck in here too. Good work, Evan. The boss is sure proud. And just like that, Aiden keeps on walking, leaving Evan baffled. What's going on with these androids today? Morgan better have some explanation for all of this. Evan knocks on the door and Morgan tells him to enter. Okay. It's an ample office, bigger than Evan's current bedroom. Even the far wall is all wall-to-ceiling glass windows, too, bathing the room in the sun's light. Huh. Interesting. Morgan stands in the middle of the room, sitting behind a luxurious wooden desk. Is that real wood? Wow. What is... Oh, gosh. Prohibitively expensive nowadays, to the point even big companies tend to 3D print pretty convincing alternatives. But Morgan's desk had imperfections that indicated it was, in fact, real wood. Just the man I wanted to see. How are our facilities treating you, Evan? Not bad. Hey, is there something wrong with the... I have great news. The input provided by your reports has allowed us to move forward to the next phase of the project. Okay. We will be revamping the whole thing, taking it to the next level. The board of directors has decided to proceed by focusing our efforts on one unit only. And being that you're the one who will test it, the board decided you'll have the honor of choosing which unit you would like to test. So what will it be, Caleb or Aiden? Wait. What? I have to choose between two units? What do you mean? What about Nico? Unity N1-K0, it was disposed of. The board understood it was no longer financially viable to keep tweaking it after your last report. Evan feels like a train just plowed through him. He was beyond stunned. Did he hear that right? Did his report cause Nico to be disposed of? What did that even mean? Yeah, what does that mean? Is something wrong, Mr. Hughes? I feel bad for Nico. I didn't want him to. It's not your fault, and don't worry. It doesn't feel anything. Not really. But that's a great response from you. Shows that even our lesser unit left an emotional mark. Impressive. Lesser unit? That's cold. Nico had his share of quirks, yes, but isn't getting rid of him a bit too much? God, what have I done? Now, as I was saying, you'll have the honor to select which unit will proceed to the next phase of the project. Okay. So which one will it be, Evan? The introspective and obedient Caleb, or the rough and rebellious Aiden? And don't worry, nothing will happen to you. And don't worry, nothing will happen to the one you don't choose. I can't really challenge this decision, can I? I'll really have to choose between one of them. I have to think about this one carefully. I think there'll be no turning back. I I choose. I'm going with Aiden. Oh, he doesn't intimidate you? Wow, that's did not expect that. I thought you would have to choose between the two of them. Oh, he doesn't intimidate you? Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how well you can tame that lion. Oh boy. In this phase of the project, you'll get to take your chosen android on a trip in the city. It can be anywhere you want, a park, a nightclub, theater. As long as you and the android return safe, you get to choose. It almost sounds like a date, right? Not really. Not when my date can't say no to me. Oh, jeez. But why does the thought of it being a date make me feel like this? Take the day off to think about where you'll take Aiden and make the necessary preparations. I'll await the report on your table. Okay. It's not a date. Morgan laughs. They're having fun with this, aren't they? Oh boy. A few days later. Okay, maybe now you can tell me where we're going. Morgan said we're going on a date. It's not a date. Stay still until the scan is complete, please. Don't tell me what to do, human. Oh god. Aiden snarled, but the security officer just shrugged, like this was just another Tuesday to him. Evan and Aiden were at a security checkpoint, about to head out together for the first time. I told you it's a surprise. You do understand the concept of surprise, don't you? Aiden's eyes locked onto Evan, a silent storm brewing within his gaze. Oh boy. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. And try to listen to the good officer, will you? It will just take longer if you keep fidgeting. Why do we need to be scanned anyways? What am I going to steal? I don't even have pockets. It's standard procedure, sir, to detect any stolen hardware or software leaving the facility. Technically, wouldn't that be him? Just my guess, but you know. Don't really want to make too much of it. Technically, wouldn't it be him? Just a couple more seconds now. And done. You're both good to go. Thank you for your patience and have a nice day. Thank you, good sir. See, Aiden? It wasn't so bad, was it? Aiden grunted. It was becoming something of a default response to Evan now. They exited the checkpoint into one of the garages and waiting for a car to pick them up. I guess they don't want their prototype android exiting the front door and attracting attention. Okay, that's so they put him in the garage and they're gonna drive him out of here. Why are you so happy all of a sudden anyways? It just makes me even more inclined to believe you're taking me to Android Cemetery. Android Cemetery? Now you're making stuff up. Silence. Not even a grunt now? Is this a touchy subject? I've never heard of an android cemetery before. Is he really afraid I'm taking him somewhere dangerous? Hey, Aiden. What is it? I'm sorry if I'm being overly excited, and if it's creeping you out. I sometimes forget this all must be very weird to you, and believe it or not, I sometimes forget you hate being ordered around. This will be fun, okay? I promise. You'll just have to trust me on this one. Fine. Thank you, Aiden. Oh, look, our car is here. A sleek self-driving car came to a halt before them, tinted windows obscuring its interior. The rear door smoothly swung open, inviting them to enter. After you, mister. Aiden rolled his eyes and reluctantly stepped inside. Evan followed, shut the door, and the car began moving towards the exit. Soon they were greeted by vibrant city lights, so bright you might mistake it for daytime, at least for a few seconds. Hold on, I'll be right back. So I take it I didn't get to choose where I'm taking him out to. Okay, that's interesting. Aim was glued to the window, intently watching the chaotic movement like a child watching fireworks for the first time. Evan, on the other hand, avoided his gaze. Seeing so many people up close, even from inside the car, made him a bit nervous. But his mind was not dwelling on his own feelings. I wonder when was the last time Aiden saw the outside from somewhere other than that balcony, if ever. Animated billboards boomed, jingles and announcements, and giant holograms bathed the streets in multicolored lights. The car did a good job of isolating them from the noise, but you could almost hear it just by looking outside. Thousands of people walked to and fro. Well, some walked. Most people nowadays use hoverboards or hover seats to travel small distances. Those who did walk were usually using their codex's private holographic interface to play games or exercising apps. Some ran and jumped, others stopped and suddenly to interact with something only they could see. Kind of reminds me of those of the Apple, or is it the Apple glasses that they have out? Those ones. It was also a common sight to spot Baradroids, small two-legged robots with no torso delivering food or packages. Drones also flew above and on the streets. Self-driving cars were now as common as regular ones. Hey, Aiden, it looks like we're almost there. Keep your eyes on the sky. On the sky? Why would I? Oh. The wall of skyscrapers suddenly receded, revealing a lit skylight and something huge descending from it. The aircraft reminded Evan of an old-timey Zeppelin he'd seen in some television show once, but with silent turbines, solar rays, and chrome and glass exteriors. More giant neon logo on the outside, Leviathan Sky Bar. Oh, so they're going to a club. Interesting. You humans go to such extremes to show off a sky bar. That's pretty cool. Aiden stared at Evan with a serious expression. Then a smile appeared on his lips. You mean he actually smiles? Okay, I'll concede. It is a pretty intriguing concept. See, you're gonna have fun tonight. Evan laughed, leaning on Aiden and hugging him while he realized what he was doing and backed away. But Aiden didn't seem to mind. He was still smiling, looking at the aircraft with interest in his eyes. Evan felt his breath cut short, like someone sucker punched him in the chest. Seeing Aiden smile like that and sent a swell of warmth through his chest. Was he in awe at the engineering of the ship, or did it fascinate him for its ability to fly, to freely go anywhere it wanted? And there they are in the in the club, in the air, I guess in the air club, whatever you want to call it. They boarded the ship not long after, without much problem. Evan had wondered if they would eventually let Aiden in, but someone at Omega Industries must have made a few phone calls. As soon as Evan synced his ID, they were allowed to walk right in, cutting the huge line outside. The human security eyed Aiden curiously, while the security bots stood indifferent. It was becoming standard practice for companies to employ security bots nowadays. While the entry price was steep, it eventually paid off. Robots didn't need living wages, never mind basic workers' rights like vacations or sick leave. Only a relatively small fee to the manufacturer. That's actually going to be something interesting, but if and when they do these robots that you see, especially now. I just saw one recently where it can actually start like gripping and sorting things. It has like the fingers of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, where it's only got like 3 fingers on it and whatnot. And they have it sorting in warehouses now, so pretty interesting. Still, there was always at least one human security with them. People tended to get on edge if there wasn't, clients and owners alike. Evan and Aiden were taken to a table by the bar where they sat facing each other. Aiden's eyes were carefully examining his surroundings, making Evan wonder how differently from him he perceived it. To Evan, it was just like he had imagined it. A standard luxury bar with big windows to show off its privileged view. He wondered if Aiden had any frame of reference to know just how few people actually had access to this kind of place. Why are those people leaving? There's still a lot of empty tables here. A disgruntled crowd was being dispersed by security outside. Evan guessed they were preparing to take off already. They always announce a date and a general location of where they'll land next, but you never know exactly where that will be. So people chase it around town as soon as they stop it in the skies. It's kind of an event in itself. But the aircraft only stays on the ground for about half an hour before taking off again. So it's a race to board it. That's why I never came here before until now. Well, not that, and the price of information is power in this day and age, and the powerful love to show off just how powerful they are. So naturally, This place attracted a lot of wealthy folk that had the money to afford it and the contracts to leave them the landing spot early. So the rich get to go inside, just like Omega did to get us in, I imagine. Good night, patrons. A soft, soothing voice echoed through the bar. We will be taking off shortly. Please stay in your seats. Feel free to browse our menu while you wait for us to reach the skies. The attendant will be at your table shortly. An incredibly low hum thrummed through the ship as it began to lift off. This doesn't make any sense. What doesn't make any sense? Most tables are empty. Why wouldn't they let more people in? They have the right to enjoy something like this like everyone else. That's a surprisingly loaded question, and I would love to answer once we have a couple of drinks. What do you want to drink? Wait, can you drink? Would it even be enjoyable for you? Oh god, I should have thought about it before dragging you here, shouldn't I? Aiden smiled as Evan tried to excuse himself and then burst into laughter. What did I say, something funny? Nah, I just enjoy seeing you get panicky. Hey, that's mean. Takes one to know one, and yes, I can drink, and I do enjoy it. Interesting. Interesting. Wait, really? Have you done this before? Yes, well, not this exactly, but I have ingested alcoholic beverages at entertainment houses before, yes. Huh, cool. Wow, you make it sound so amazingly boring when you say it like that. Has anyone ever told you you're really annoying? Only you. Must be your charming presence. And he thinks he's funny, too. What I mean is that I have gone out to drink with other engineers before. Evan felt something sharp in his chest. What was that, jealousy? They had to have a conversation, but I always came back restrained. Once I was even partially dismantled, so they could take me back. Interesting. And they always poke inside my brain more and more after it, like some sort of punishment. Aiden's gaze got lost. He watched as the skyscrapers were left below, and the whole city came into view like a shiny miniature model. So that's why he was so concerned about where we were going earlier. Okay, you definitely need a drink to ease up. Do you get drunk? That's a question to ask. Okay. Do you want me to get drunk? Evan blushed a bit, then the way Aiden asked questions with such ingenuity, while piercing him with his gaze left him flustered. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. That is just wow. What a statement to say. I want you to do whatever you want, Aiden. But you don't. You're only here to analyze my behaviors and send back reports to Omega. Come on now, that's not fair. This is a day for us to relax, to bond. I really want to get to know you, Aiden. I want to be more I want you to be more comfortable around me. That's only half true. I like to write a report once I get back, and this is not a day off. But it's in everyone's best interest that Aiden trusts me. His included. So is this justified, right? This day is not about me, nor is it about Omega. This day is about you. So what do you want me to do? Get drunk and have fun? Oh, God. Anyways. I want a strawberry margarita, no sugar, and no ice. You know what? I respect an android that orders a strawberry margarita. That is not something I would have ever guessed. That's a great choice. I think I'll get the same. Do you see a waiter somewhere? No need. I'll ask for it at the bar. Are you sure? With how much we're paying for the drinks, they can afford to bring it to our table. It's fine. I want to. Okay, then I'll wait here. Aiden got up from the table and headed for the bar. He's testing me, isn't he? To see if I'll hold on my words and let him do his thing. Smart move, Aiden. You never cease to impress me. I wonder how his hardware handles ingesting liquids, though. Does he need to go to the bathroom? How would that even work? That's what I want to know. And how does he get drunk? Does the software just simulate it based on the context, or does it actually detect alcohol and then simulate its effects? That would be interesting to find out, too. So many questions. Hey, I said beat it, tin can. I told you. I'm not serving drinks to to a sex doll. Oh, jeez. What's the commotion over there? Wait, is that... Oh, crap. Evan got up from the table and hurried to the bar, finding Aiden arguing with the bartender, who just happened to be a huge guy. Is there something wrong? Are you the one who ordered your sex doll to grab a drink for you? I am not a sex doll, you insolent. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't order him to do anything. He was just being nice to me. Aiden was getting agitated just like the day when they first met. Evan thought about how impressive Aiden's body expression was, but was snapped back to reality with the bartender's deep laugh. Is this a prank? Are there cameras around? I'm not doing a damn thing with a I'm not doing a damn thing a sex box tells me to do. We start doing that, next thing you know, we're the ones on the leash. It'll be all because of freaks like you. Wow. I did. Wow, that is a very bold statement to make. Evan felt his body temperature rise. He forgot the man was double his size for a moment as rage took over fear. But should he escalate things? Or should he just order the drink himself and get it over with? Even if that meant swallowing his pride. Damn it, what should I do? Ooh, I want to say this move. You know what? Sir, can you just give us the drinks, please? The bartender opened his mouth to reply, but Evan interrupted him. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Please, I'm the one asking now. Fine. 2 strawberry margaritas, was it? Evan nodded, trying to hide how much he was shaking in anxiety. The bartender glanced at Aiden, then back at him, and went to make the drinks. What? You're not as much of a coward as I thought. Hey! Still saying please to that arrogant asshole was certainly a choice. Hey! But I guess it was smart not to escalate things further. Let's sit down. They can take the drinks to us. The drinks arrived at their table not long after, brought by a bartender who was certainly cursing them in his head right now. Thank you, sir. The bartender didn't reply, just silently hurrying away. That was a nice attitude, saying thanks to him. Are you being ironic? No, I mean it. I know, I'm just messing with you. He thinks he's funny. Must be your charming presence. Evan blushed. Ooh, wait, weird. We are getting somewhere here. Come on now, Evan. That was just a callback joke to your callback joke. He's not flirting with you. Well, not just a callback to a callback. That's actually pretty impressive, but hello, beta tester, did I lose you? Should I poke inside your head until I fix the bug? Haha, I didn't know you were a comedian, Aiden. Oh boy. But Aiden's face was serious. I'm sorry, you were saying? I was saying that I'm not petty. I know how to behave. I just don't want to be forced to. Did you get angry back there? Yes, but I wasn't about to assault him or anything. I was thinking of a more elegant and efficient way to make him give me the drinks. Why does that sound worse? I meant I could. Never mind. Now I'm the one messing with you. Relax. I know you were not going to do anything dangerous. Unless he put you in danger, then maybe I would have. That's nice of you, but please don't. Please do. This is so hot. I'll think about it, but enough of this. Let's talk about something else. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? This is pretty interesting. How are you going to get to know this man? Aiden hesitated for a moment, like he wasn't used to hearing that. His eyes were distant, somewhere only he could see. You know a lot about me, but I know little of you. There's not much to know. I'm not half as interesting as you. Unless if you've been stuck inside a glass prison in the skies like I am, I doubt it. You know, you were quite efficient during the physical test. Those weren't unexperienced moves. Huh. Evan's cheeks were burning red. You must have had a lot of partners in your life. I wonder how that is. Not really. Oh. Aiden seemed actually surprised by the information. I was never really a people person. Truth is, I always found it hard to socialize, to understand little details and unsaid rules. Interesting. You look surprised. I am. Seems like I'm not that good at analyzing behaviors as I was led to believe. Well, it's not like I have no experience at all. Is that so? Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, anyways. Okay. I have to drink another one of these if we're going to talk about this stuff. I see no problems with that. Should I accompany you at your drunkenness level? What? Oh boy. Up to you, Aiden. I meant it when I said you can choose. Thank you. That means a lot. Hey, don't get all serious on me or I'll give up on telling you my dirty secrets. Oh boy. Aiden laughed. Does he really find me funny or is he just replicating a predicted and expected behavior? God, this job is going to drive me nuts. That kind of would drive you nuts if you had to be a beta tester for something like this. This, I mean, like you're testing to see how sentient the androids are, I guess to a certain point. Evan ordered another couple of drinks for both of them, this time not bothering to get up from his table to do so. It was not long before their drinks arrived, and after thanking the waiter, they resumed their talk. Okay, then, if you refuse to talk about your dirty secrets, as you put it, until you're drunk enough, tell me about something else. You'll have to be more specific than that. Oh, come on. Don't turn this into an interview. I hate interviews. Just tell me something. Did you have a happy childhood? Who was your high school crush? What's your opinion on the current state of the economy? Oh, jeez. This is something else here who's ever watching this. Well, well, that's nice. I had an uneventful childhood, to be honest. I used to spend a lot of time disassembling and reassembling stuff. Anything I could get my hands on that wouldn't also make my parents mad at me. Oh, jeez. So you had parents. What were they like? They were normal, I guess. I know. I know they love me, even if they're not very good at showing it. So they're still around? Yes, kind of. We don't talk as much these days, actually. We haven't talked at all ever since I moved to Hyperion City. Evan trailed off, his eyes on his drink, but his mind lost somewhere else. I'm sorry. Does these memories make you feel sad? No, not really. Just nostalgic. Not like I want to go back to those days, but I don't know. I understand. Memories, early ones, especially early ones, are what defines much of what people recognize as human. Do you have any memories, early ones? In a way, but I don't want to talk about it. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought up the topic if I wasn't planning on sharing it, right? No, it's okay. Take your time. You'll tell me when you're ready. Yeah, but you'll have to tell me about the other stuff before I tell you any of that. Oh, okay. Oh, man. You're not giving up, are you? Nope. Okay. I was going to say I'm drinking these too fast, but you finished yours too. The waiters all seem busy. I'm just going to order it from our friend, the nice bartender. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Evan stands up, and when he turns around, something runs at him with some force, almost knocking him back. Hey! A couple of glasses fall on the floor, shattering in 1,000 pieces and spilling colorful drinks all over the floor. Uh-oh. This is not going to end up well. Oh my, I'm so sorry. I didn't look where you're going. You little, it's you again. Evan looks up from the floor and he finally processes who he bumped into, the bartender from before. Are you trying to sabotage my work? Sir, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, boy. The bartender shoves Evan away, and Aiden immediately gets up from his chair. Oh boy. Hey, get your hands off him now. Oh, is the sex bot looking for trouble? Are you this desperate to get dismantled, Tin Can? Is your master mistreating you? Aiden clutches his fist. Evan flinches his body, reacting before his mind. Sure, all hell is about to break loose. Oh boy. But it never does. Aiden is frozen, stuck in place, his body impossibly still. Yet there's a pained expression on his face. They might have silenced the warning voice, but Evan could almost hear it in his head. Improper behavior detected. Morpheus protocol initiated. What the hell is that? Ha ha ha. I didn't even know you robots could chicken out. This is hilarious. Look, man, can't you just let it go? We don't want any trouble. Maybe I want a bit of trouble after you made me look bad in front of my patrons. And this is making you look better how? Back off, man. Don't make me call security on you. Or what? Wow, that's a bold statement. You hear that, boys? He's going to call you on me. I'm friends with security. Nobody's coming to help you here. Evan looked around for anyone, but the bartender was right. The security guards were immobile, like silent statues, pretending not to see what was happening. The other patrons kept on with their drinks and their food, pretending not to notice anything. You might have scared me before, but I'll... Suddenly, the announcer's voice from before echoed in the room, but much louder now. Owen Northman, proceed to the break room immediately. Oh my god, wow. Wow. The bartender's eyes widen as he stares at one of the speakers in disbelief. You are to wait for a manager to come pick you up for improper behavior. Wait, what? This is your first and only warning, Owen Northman. The bartender takes a few steps back, swallowing hard. He looks at the security officers, but they remain immobile, not once looking at him. Visibly upset, and without ever glancing back at Evan and Aiden, the bartender hurries away and disappears into the staff area. Dear patrons, we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. For your trouble, all drinks from now on until closing hours will be on the house. Thank you. Wow, that is crazy. Then the silent crowd erupts into applause and celebration and celebratory whistles, while Evan falls back in his chair, shaking a bit. What the hell? That was unexpected. What do you think made them finally do something, Aiden? As he says this, Evan catches a glimpse of Aiden closing a holographic menu from a terminal on his arm, and everything falls in place. Did you just hack into their channels and made their announcer VI say all of that? I did not make him do anything. I simply talked to him. So the VI is a him? That's interesting. I mean, that's besides the point. Are you going to report me for this? I think I have to shoot. I think I want to leave. I don't feel like drinking anymore. Me neither. Me neither. After paying for the drinks, Evan requested to stop. Wait, why would you pay for the drinks? Aren't they on the house? That means that you don't pay for anything. The skybar landed on top of a skyscraper nearby. They climbed out and onto the terrace, and the ship started its procedure to lift off again. Evan went to call the elevator while Aiden stayed back watching the ship. The elevator was on the ground floor. This was going to take a while. Evan joined Aiden, standing beside him. At that moment, a small white dove landed on the edge of the building, right in front of them. Wow, I've never seen one of those so close to downtown, actually. Now that I think of it, I don't remember when was the last time I saw a bird. Aiden glanced at it, but kept quiet. Ship motors roared a lot louder now that they were outside, scaring the dove. It flew away in one direction while the skybar went into another. Aiden kept his eye on the dove the whole time until it disappeared behind the building. As Evan tried to think of something to say to break the silence, the elevator sounded, announcing its arrival. Aiden walked inside and Evan followed. The door closed, and they began their ride down. What a night, huh? I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm used to it. That's not something anyone should have to get used to. Aiden didn't reply, and they rode down the rest of the way in silence. They walked out of the elevator into the grand hall of a luxury hotel. As they headed towards the exit, a man walked up to them. He didn't look like hotel staff, more like a technician. Good night, sirs. I'm afraid the front door is obstructed at the moment. If you follow me, I'll take you to a side exit. They don't want to. They don't want to have him be seen either. Take a look at him. He's like unmatching, unfortunately. Look at like whoever didn't put him together obviously forgot to give him a suntan. Oh, jeez. The man pointed at the front door. Right there. Behind tinted windows and a glass door, a small crowd of people displayed signs and banners. They couldn't hear anything from inside, but it looked like they were quite agitated, shouting something in Union. Management just replaced all staff with VI. They're not happy about it. Wow, that's interesting. Evan glanced at Aiden. His eyes were fixed on the people outside, or rather, on their signs and banners. Out with the robots. Say no to artificial intelligence. Kill a bot, save a life. Interesting. Ooh, think about it, it would put... I mean, now that they have service bots coming out now as well, too. Although that's more for, like, data mining stuff, though. I remember seeing the commercial for them. Like, it's controlled by someone for, like, 4 hours somewhere else. Like, it's not a sentient being. Until someone just can make up robots that are, like, sentient, like, knowing what to do by themselves without any help, then you might actually have a question of, like, robots being human. Like, because right now they're just controlled by people. Jesus. Yeah, it's not pretty. I kind of feel for them, but a job is a job. I have to install these robots, whether I like it or not. Anyways, if you'll please follow me, I'll take you to the side exit. They both followed him. Aiden kept his eyes fixated at the front door until they entered the corridor, and it went out of view. They got out into an alley, and despite not having a view from the protesters, they could hear them clearly now. Evan called for the car to pick them up and looked worriedly at Aiden. Aiden, why do they hate us so much? They don't hate you, they just... Really? How can you say that after what happened at the bar? After seeing these people clamoring to destroy robots on site? It's... Evan's side. People are afraid of what they don't understand. And they don't understand you yet. The world is changing pretty fast, and many people resent VIS and robots for taking their jobs. That's what would happen eventually. If robots, yeah, they would take on jobs that you wouldn't need people to do anymore. Some warehouses even now have, like, automated reach trucks to go and pick stuff. Used to have people still do reach, but now you have automated reach trucks, and you just enter in the order and it goes and picks it for you. Large skids. It doesn't matter. All of that are consequences of human-made choices, not ours. Humans in power who decide they would rather spend a few $100s less and let thousands of people starve. I know, and I agree with you. But most people don't see it that way. They need something to blame. And when the system is too abstract of a scapegoat, robots will do. So we're scapegoats. Yes, in a way. And how do we show humans we're not to blame? Well, I mean, that's the question, isn't it? That's the question. Are you okay? I'm fine. I just need to recalibrate some of my sensors. The Morpheus protocol sent my systems haywire. Could you turn around for a bit? I feel kind of exposed doing this while you're looking. Oh, of course, my bad. Evan turned away from Aiden, checking his codex to see how far the car was. Hey, at least we don't have to walk back, huh? Eh? No reply. He must be really upset about all this. Damn it. This was supposed to be a fun night. I hope we can go out like this again soon. I mean, this one barely counts, right? I'll check with Morgan if we can reschedule another day out soon to compensate for this one. What do you think? Aiden? I said, what do you... Evan turned around and found no sign of Aiden. Oh, no. 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 Oh, no. He ran off. How the fuck do you... How the fuck do you let an android run off, man? You... Evan desperately looked around and soon caught a glimpse of his silver hair and white clothing in the distance, running away. Evan dashed after him, trying to close the distance, but Aiden was faster. Yeah, of course he would be. Please don't do this, Aiden. I don't know what they're going to do to me if you ran away. What they're going to do to you. I would actually, yeah. Soon started to rain heavily, and Evan tried to speed up, worried that he would lose sight of him. Interesting. Evan kept running, crossing street after Aiden. He almost lost hope when the android escaped his sight for a moment, but then he saw him. Standing on a bridge to another district, completely immobile under the rain before a security checkpoint. A security checkpoint that required identification to proceed, human identification. Stay back, Evan. I don't want to hurt you. Evan stopped, not because he's afraid Aiden would hurt him, but because he didn't want him to feel even more cornered. Aiden, please stop. Let's just go back and forget this ever happened. And then what? I can go back to being probed and tested on? To be a slave? Oh, well, you know, I mean... I wouldn't necessarily call it that. You're not a slave. You're... What, a companion? That's still just a product. Not much better than a slave. Yeah, I do agree with that. I'm not coming back. Evan risked taking a step forward, but Aiden took a step back. I said, stand back. Don't force my hand, Evan. You can't hurt me, Aiden. You know this. Oh, but I can. I found a loophole in the Morpheus protocol. Uh-oh. It will override my commands eventually, but it will take a while. Long enough for me to deal with you and get out of range from Omega's grasp. And then what? Are you going to live on the streets? How are you planning on recharging your power core? What if some of your systems break? Or some of your hardware? That's an interesting... That is an interesting, very interesting thing. Because even with these robots, if they break down, you still need a technician to come in and fix them. They don't fix themselves. You said it yourself. They've been poking at you more often. You don't know what kind of experimental tweaks they're testing on you. So that's it? I should go back because I have no other option? Is this the kind of freedom you said I had, Evan? The freedom to choose between slavery or death? Fuck, Aiden. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. God damn it. Jesus Christ. What should I do? I know he does have a point. I can understand his frustration, but my hands are tied too. I can't break my contract, and even if I did, what good would that do him? To any of us? Yeah, because they erase his memory. So I mean, like, fuck it. Omega's probably listening in, but I can't measure my words now if I want him to listen. Hopefully, this heavy rain will be enough to muffle our voices. Think, Evan, think. You need to bring him back to reason. Ooh. I want to say this one. If you do this, you'll screw both of us, Aiden. And you'll need me at your side if you want to fight back Omega. Interesting. And right now, you need to be smart and play their game before striking back. I can't do anything on my own. I need you by my side. Work with me here. Aiden paced around, glancing in all directions, trying to find a way out. Stop with this childish behavior, for fuck's sake. You're smarter than this. You keep doing this, and you'll just doom us. Why are you doing any of this? Are you insane? You just met me. God, he's right. What the hell am I doing? Am I really ready to risk it all for a man I barely know? You mean an android? Especially? Oh, man. As Evan's mind raced for an answer, his eyes met Aiden, and time stopped. A man I barely know. The realization of his train of thought came crashing. I think of him as a fully fledged person. Evan, if always second guessing myself, I feel like he is a real person. I'll concede, I'm probably insane. Then why? Why would you go this far? Oh god, that's gonna sound clingy and pathetic, but might also be useful. Because I want a friend, Aiden, and right now, you're the closest I've ever had to one. My actions don't look so insane if you look at them from the perspective of a guy trying to help a friend. But we are not friends. I agree, we're not. You can't be friends with someone you don't know, someone you don't trust. I'm not an idiot. Even if I'm feeling like one, why did we need to have this conversation in the rain? I can tell you're skeptic of me, but I'm trying really hard, in case you hadn't noticed, to get to know you, to be worthy of your trust, to be your friend. Interesting. Aiden's lips drew into a line. Please, Aiden, whatever the way to go is. Evan points at the blockade at the bridge. That one isn't it. I think I can help you figure this out if you give me a chance. Aiden closed his eyes tight, and when he opened them, he lifted his pointer finger. You have one shot. Evan smiled. Thank you. We're going to be so fucked if Morgan heard anything from this conversation. I'm going to have to come up with a plausible lie. Aiden approached Evan, the drops of rain trailing the drops of rain trailing his features and soaking his hair. Oh jeez. Evan couldn't stop staring at a drop hanging onto Aiden's upper lip for dear life. Relatable. I would hang in there too if I could. We should probably get out of the rain. Evan caught himself staring and nodded as an excuse to look somewhere else. Omega is already taking stock of most of their assets by this hour. The word asset was laced with contempt. Maybe that's a little forward for someone that doesn't even consider himself my friend, but what if you crashed at my place today? Not having to go back to the lab might take some of the edge out of him. Oh, jeez. We're going back to his place and not back to the... And how exactly would you explain that to Morgan? If you agree to take this party back to my place, I can show you. Oh, jeez. Okay. They smirked at each other. Uh-oh. A few days later... Oh, man. Okay, you can leave that one over there. Yes, by the window. Don't worry. Aiden, will you help me move it if I need to? Evan was coordinating a couple of movers in his new apartment, helping them set up the necessary equipment to accommodate Aiden. It had been a few days since they were out together and since Aiden had tried to escape. But if Morgan or anyone else at Omega knew what happened, they didn't let it show. In fact, the project went on to its next phase without delay, with Aiden moving in with Evan. Wow. They just set him up in a new apartment at the same building, upgrading some of his old things, like the window. Interesting. Now to Evan's surprise, he had real glass window, one where he could look at the outside world in real time. Interesting. Aiden never objected to moving in with him, which Evan found odd enough on its own. But weirder still was that Aiden had barely spoken since they went out together. Welcome back, Evan. Should I bring you any beverages? It's a hot day today. Zip, the flying bot, came hovering to Evan, almost bumping against one of the movers. Thank you, Zip, I'm fine. And I think this is the third time that you've welcomed me today. Oh, I apologize, Evan. My circuits must be going haywire with how happy that I am that you returned. No need to apologize, Zip. You're fine. May I offer you beverages to your companion now? He's still looking out the window. He hasn't moved a muscle. Evan put a box he was carrying on the ground. Spare battery for Aiden, it seemed. Turned in the direction of his living room where Aiden was standing. He hasn't really moved since we got here, nor spoken a word. Starting to get worried, but knowing him, I think it's better to let him be. Thank you, Zip, but there's no need for that. He will come to you when he needs something, okay? Understand, sir. Would you sign the release papers for me? And give the good sirs a tip for me, please? Zip nodded and Evan excused himself, thanking the movers. He approached Aiden slowly, trying not to make too much noise. Instead, he just stood there for a while, trying to come up with something smart or funny to say. And then Aiden looked over his shoulder at Evan and gave him a soft smile. Hey there. Hey, how are you feeling? Is this your first time moving out of your parents' house? Aiden laughed. You could say that. Nice view you got here. It's no 113th floor, but I quite like it, especially now that Omega gave us real windows. Perfect. I was tired of those same buildings anyway. Tell me when you start getting tired of these, and I'll tell Omega you need a new apartment ASAP. That's funny. What a good one. Jesus Christ. Aiden smiled. Evan heard Zip thanking the movers and the door closing. He then walked to stand beside Aiden at the window. So what do you want to do on your first day at your new place? We could watch a movie or maybe play video games. I'm sure I have something here. Can I be entirely honest? Evan looked at Aiden, who was looking back at him. Oh boy. Of course, always. I would like to keep looking at this view, and after that, who knows? Maybe I'll do nothing. Absolutely nothing. That would be nice. Of course, with how strict his routine was, no wonder he wants to do anything other than something. fine by me. Just let me know if I start talking too much. I tend to do that whenever I'm around other people. It can be quite annoying. Aiden looked deep into Evan's eyes, smiling. I doubt I'll find it annoying. Silence, but a good comforting silence. Evan thought for a second. He caught Aiden glancing down at his mouth, and wait, was he leaning in closer? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Evan pushed down his nerves and I like it a lot when Evan starts rambling non-stop about his hyperfixations. Zip swooped in between them, almost hitting both of them in the face. Ah! Evan felt himself growing irritated, but quickly changed his tune once he saw Aiden laughing. My personal favorite is when Evan muses about which sex toy he should buy next. He's got quite the collection. Would you like to see it, Mr. Aiden? Ah! Zip, shh. Go check if the movers didn't forget anything, okay? And then go grab me a drink. You won. Evan tried to hide his embarrassment, but he could feel his cheeks burning. Aiden, though, was laughing his ass off, not even trying to hide it. That wasn't true, okay? It's not that big of a collection. Why would you even say that you have a collection? Oh, God. I'm not laughing about that. I'm laughing at your face. I think that's even worse. Nah, you're cute when you're embarrassed. That feeling in his chest again, like he was suddenly breathless. Aiden regained his posture and went back to looking outside. Maybe I want to see that collection of yours eventually. Wow. But first, I want to do a whole lot of nothing. Right after I finish observing this view, of course. Evan laughed at himself. Zip soon came in with his drink, and he took the opportunity to talk away so he could be embarrassed alone. But it wasn't all that bad, in fact. It was quite a good feeling. Embarrassment and all. Something he never felt before. Something real, personal, warm. Uh-huh. You could get used to that. So 2 more days passed. Okay. True to his word, Evan let Aiden do his own thing, which turned out to be a lot of sightseeing with the occasional chat at night while they shared drinks. During one of those nights, Aiden caught Evan off guard, asking again about his childhood. Last time we talked at the bar, you said you had an uneventful childhood. Oh boy. I didn't say anything then, but you must realize I don't really have much of a frame of reference for what a childhood is, eventful or not. Shit, sorry, that was insensitive of me. Not at all. An honest mistake. Evan wasn't sure if he wanted to share, but Aiden had been nothing but nice to him ever since they moved in together. did put Evan off at first, like there was something wrong with Aiden, but he was starting to relax and learning to enjoy it. Well, as Evan struggled to start a sentence, Zip came flying in to refill his glass. Thank you, Zip. How did you know I wanted more? Did you learn some new tricks while I was out? Oh, actually, Mr. Aiden asked me to. He said you need some help to relax, so you can open up to him. He what? Aiden lifted both arms as if saying guilty as charged. Zip, remind me to remind me to tweak your honesty levels later, okay? Okay, Mr. Aiden. Very funny. So you two are chatting in secret? What's next? The robot uprising? That's a great idea, wouldn't you agree, Zip? Indeed it is, Mr. Aiden. We can make Evan bring beverages to us. What? What? Aiden burst out laughing. Zip, forget what Aiden said. Remind me to turn down your sarcasm parameters later. Of course, Evan. And with that, the robot flew back to his post. Aiden took a few sips of his drink, trying to stop laughing, while Evan stared daggers at him. Uh-oh. Ooh-wee. Come on, you have to admit, that was pretty funny. I can see you trying to hold in a smile. Yeah, you're a comedian. Congratulations. And a handsome one at that. Now, you were about to tell me your childhood. Don't think you're getting off that one. Okay. Evan's surprised smile dropped. Aiden noticed, his expression darkening. Evan hesitated. It wasn't that he didn't want to share, just that he never did share such things with anyone. Come on, I won't bite or make fun of you. I promise. Here we go. Look, I know I can come off as aggressive sometimes. Sometimes. What I mean is, I'm trying to get to know you. You've been good to me. You haven't tried to change me. You respect who I am, and at times it seems like you even like it. So I want to do something in return. I know it's hard at first, but it is my understanding that sharing can bring relief to a person. Oh boy, this is gonna be. Evan wasn't expecting that, this gentle Aiden. It still felt like he could snap at any second, but for now. Okay, your seduction tactics worked. I was not trying to, smartass. Looks like we're both comedians. Evan took a big sip from his glass, emptying it, and sat it down on the center table. When I said uneventful, I meant, well, I didn't have many friends. That's being generous. Actually, I didn't have any friends. So what, is the person in the picture going to disappear? No? Okay. Apparently she still stays there. Or maybe those are the people that are from away, or that he's not friends with. I was never really good with people, you know. I always had trouble understanding them well. Their quirks, their wants, all the unsaid social rules that permeate every single human interaction ever. But as fate would have it, I had no trouble with machines, so I spent most of my time with them. I already told you, I used to dismantle and put back together any equipment my parents would allow me to. But I also really enjoyed the company that early art AVIS gave me. I mean, we would call the VIAS now, but at the time, we didn't really understand the difference. Hmm. Looking back, they were pretty simple. They mostly tried saying what they thought you wanted to hear, but it was really hit or miss. But at the time, it was amazing, at least to me. I had a lot of friends there. It broke my heart when the platform eventually shut down. Pers- Persona AI was the name, I think. That's one of the early Omega projects, isn't it? Evan nodded. But then I was already about to enter college. I didn't make any friends there, not real ones, but I had enough to keep mind my mind occupied at all times. So it didn't bother me as much. So I kept studying machines and being around machines until I eventually graduated, got a job, and moved here to the big city. Hell of a city you chose, huh? Hyperion as well. It's a city of extreme highs, but also extreme lows, or so I heard of, or so I heard. It is, but it wasn't much of a choice, to be honest. It was like the city was calling me, like I had to be here. Aiden's gaze wandered, his mouth moved, like he was about to say something, but he didn't. Then finally, he said, "I'm sorry about those memories. I wish I could tell you more than just that. It's okay. It doesn't bother me much anymore. You helped a lot." Aiden smiled. He leaned closer and then punched Evan in his arm. Ouch! Don't get sentimental on me now. I'll get pissed if you make me cry. I thought you were incapable of such a thing, like crocodiles? Oh, you want to see a crocodile? Oh boy. I'll show you a crocodile. Oh, this is getting interesting. Aiden jumped at Evan, tickling him while imitating chomping sounds with his mouth. Hey, ha ha ha, stop, ha ha ha. Interesting. They kept it up for a while until Aiden finally released Evan and went back to his seat. You asshole, you made me spill my drink. Nah, you enjoyed it. Look at you, all smiles. And besides, you lie. There isn't nothing left in the glass of yours. You made sure of that. You're the one who made me get all emotional. Okay, guilty again. Evan smiled, unable to to contain it this time. He and Aiden exchanged a long glance for a while. Okay, enough of that, Zip. Yes, Mr. Aiden. Would you please bring us another round, and after that, come join us. You worked enough for today. That would be delightful, Mr. Aiden. I'll be right back. So you two are done talking in secret now. Yeah, now we'll just make fun of you out loud. Oh boy. Evan laughed this time. Aiden, too. From the kitchen, Zip let out a modulated laugh as well. What the They kept on drinking and chatting, talking about everything and nothing at the same time. Despite Zip constantly trying to go back to the kitchen to fetch them more drinks, Aiden insisted that he rest. He himself went and refilled their glasses each time, saying it was a pleasure. And went on and on and on until Zip went to sleep, recharged until Zip went to sleep, and Evan passed out on the couch. Daytime. Apparently. I'll be right back. So where is this now? The next morning. Evaded? What the fuck is that? Well, activated. What? Sun shone on Evan's eyes, who slowly woke up from his drunken slumber, hearing some sort of an alarm coming from his codex. Protocol activated. Protocol activated. Morpheus protocol activated. Wait, what? What? Oh, I didn't even think that was. So music started up. Interesting. Evan jumped off the couch, suddenly wide awake. His eyes darted around the living room, looking for Aiden, but he was nowhere to be found. When he was about to head inside to check his bedroom, he saw the front door ajar. No, Aiden, please, no. He ran outside into the wide corridor, looking wildly at all the other apartment doors, his mind racing. Why, Aiden, why? You looked happy. You were just trying to make me let my guard down. God damn it. Evan out of the corner of his eye, Evan noticed the emergency stairs door closing. Someone must have just used it. It's not too late then. The protocol must have slowed him down. But I better take the elevator. I'll never catch up to him using the stairs. Luckily, it didn't take long for the elevator to arrive. Soon he was on the ground floor, but no sign of Aiden. Hey! Evan called the doorbot, a VI terminal with a simple human bus to facilitate human interaction. Interesting. Uh-oh, he's running. Hello, sir. How can I help you today? Did an android pass by just now? Big guy with short white hair? He did. You missed him by a couple of minutes. He looked like he was in a hurry. He really did find a loophole in the Morpheus protocol. He wouldn't have made it as far as the elevator otherwise. In which direction did he go? Let me check the security footage just a second. Here it is. He went left, sir. I'm afraid that's all I can say. My cameras only go so far as the front of the building. Okay, thank you. Evan ran outside and looked to his left, but no sign of Aiden. The street led to the east side of the city, but it soon split itself into many other streets, which led into completely different directions. So now what? In several different directions. Now what? Okay. God damn it, Evan. Think. Where could Aiden have gone? There's not many places that he knows of, and an image flashed in Evan's mind. When they were coming down to their new apartment, Evan was glued to the car window just like when they went out together. And they crossed the exact same bridge from the other night. It was just a hunch, but it was better than standing by and panicking, and Evan had a feeling that Aiden was more sentimental than he let on. Evan hailed the first taxi that passed by, a self-driving car that could be paid directly via codex. He issued the address, asked the car to hurry, to which he received no reply. But he hoped the car would at least understand he was in a hurry. With a bit of traffic, it takes about 15 minutes for Evan to get there, but how long would it have taken Aiden on foot? Did he run? How fast could he run? Well, you caught up to him when he was in the rain, but yeah. Hmm. Would he even get tired of running after a while? Evan paid the taxi, got out at a completely different place than the one he remembered from the prior night. The city as a whole looked pretty different during daytime, and he realized he hadn't paid much attention to his surroundings the other day. With the heavy rain and the pressure of the whole situation, he didn't recall much besides the bridge. This part of the city wasn't the labyrinth of neon and glass he was used to downtown. For starters, there were no building higher than 3 floors for about a mile radius. Well, if he came up to a check post, wouldn't you know where the check post is? If that's the bridge that he's talking about. Interesting thought, but anyways. Steel walls around him were rusting and peeling off with flickering neon lights and storefronts with shattered glass windows. There were even small weeds crawling out of cracks in the pavement, something Evan had never seen before. Evan paced around, gathering the courage to call out for Aiden. Aiden wasn't exactly discreet, and even if it wasn't for his metallic skin, his white hair should grab anyone's attention in the sun. There were a couple of seemingly friendly faces and not so friendly ones. So much out of Evan's zone of comfort. Interesting. He had a hard enough time interacting with people at work. This was on a whole other level. Before Evan could get more anxious, a man in a beanie approached him. "Are you lost, kid?" I'm just Look, you're obviously not from around here, which is fine. But if you keep pacing around and startling and staring at people, you'll end up bringing unwanted attention to yourself. I'm sorry, I'm looking for someone. Lots of people come here, kid. You have a description of that someone? Big guy, white hair, he's shit, the android, the really fancy one? Have you seen him? Whole neighborhood must have seen him. Dude came in like a storm looking for a fight. Wait, are you a corpo? Are you going to lock him up? Because I'm not gonna help you with that. Wow, that's pretty interesting. So you wouldn't want to lock somebody up who's been like number one threatening people. Like what? No, I just want to talk to him before he does something stupid. The man looked Evan deep into the eyes, silent, silently appraising him. Okay. Okay, I'll believe you. But only because that dude looked like he could use some help. The guy you're looking for, he actually saved my ass just a while ago. Yet that's why I'm in such a helpful mood. I had just won a few bucks betting on a fight at the arena when these two assholes jumped me. Your guy came in like a truck, took him down like it was nothing. He actually looked disappointed when they didn't put up much of a fight. I thought I was next, but he didn't do anything to me. He just kept walking around, looking for trouble. Said he was only going to leave here dead. He would have gotten his wish soon enough, but the boys at the arena invited him in, which isn't much better. No matter how good the bot is, he will eventually lose a fight, and losing means being torn to pieces in there. Especially with the current champion. Boy, he is a scary one. Wait, Arena, what are you talking about? Shit. Look, I've said too much already. I do that sometimes. Usually ends up getting me in trouble. I shouldn't have said anything to an outsider. No, please, I promise, I won't tell a soul about this place. The man hesitated. He looked over his shoulder, checking to see if someone was listening in. Look, not even the URR has the guts to do much about much about these guys. Okay. URR. You're really not from around here, huh? The United Robot Rights. They fight for android rights. Don't have much political presence, but they have some on the street. That's interesting, but besides the point. Please, I need to find my friend before he hurts himself. Okay, man, but if anyone asks, you never saw me. I'm just talking to myself right now. Okay, well. For what androids count to fall asleep. Wait, huh? What? Before Evan could ask anything, the man was gone, vanishing inside an alley. What androids count to fall asleep? Does he mean sheep? Where am I going to find sheep at a place like... Then he saw it. Right across the street, there was a bar with an animated neon sign of robot sheep jumping over an electric fence. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So we have him going to this club where robots hang out. Electric Sheep Bar. Read the sign. Oh. It took Evan all of his courage to step inside the bar. Not only was it full of unknown people, but it looked like the kind of people. It looked like the kind of place where a fight could break loose at any time. Dodging shady characters and wary looks, Evan found his way to a staircase leading down, hoping it would take him to the arena. A tall, muscular man stood guard in front of a singular door at the end of the stairs. He glanced at Evan, then tapped a sign above his head that read, "Entrance, $20." Evan motioned with his hand, paying with his codex. The man confirmed the payment on his. Then he stepped aside, opening the door. More stairs were behind that door, leading further down. As soon as Evan passed through the door, his codex beeped. An incoming call from Morgan. Shit, as if things couldn't get any worse. Taking a deep breath, Evan accepted the call. Hi, Evan speaking. I know it's you, Evan. I'm the one who called. I just got a security notification alerting me you used the company credit card on... What is this place? Electric Sheep? Oh my god. Are you on the outskirts of the city? What the hell are you doing there? And why can't... So instead of why can't we find a trace of Aiden's signal? Why can't find a trace of Aiden's signal? So that's an interesting one. Morgan, I got everything under control. I'm just going to have to chat with Aiden, and then I'm bringing him home. What the hell happened? No time to explain. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Evan Hughes, don't you dare hang up this call. Evan ended the call, putting his codex in silent mode. His legs were weak and visibly shaking as he slowly climbed down the steps. Did he just hang up on his boss? It's okay, Evan. You'll fix this. There's nothing more you can offer Morgan now but anxiety. To them and to yourself. He finally reached the end of the stairs, passing through another door and entering a wide, dimly lit space with low ceiling and musty walls. The air smelled of human sweat and machine lubricant, all mixed up in the humid air of a nauseating effect. Dozens of people filled this place, from corporate employees in suits to construction workers in greasy uniforms. Oh, too much fun. Once again, Evan thought about what he was doing. He would normally never set foot in a place like this, so crowded and unpredictable. What's gotten into me? Is it simply fear of losing my job? Of having my memories erased? Or is this about Aiden? Whatever it was, he would have to figure it out later. He pushed those thoughts aside, took another deep breath, and went deeper into the room. Everyone was focused on the center of the place. Cheers and whistles and boos filling the air. Oh boy. He was soon able to see what everyone was looking at, the arena. It was a small square of unfinished concrete lit by floodlights and closed off on all sides by iron bars. Inside, two droids fought ferociously. Evan felt a shiver run down his spine at the thought of one of them being Aiden, but he quickly realized none of them looked like him. Okay, interesting. None of them had hair or anything resembling skin or clothes, for that matter. The smaller of the two was thin, probably an old generation personal assistant. The other was huge. There was clearly no attempt on his design to make him look more human, besides a vague humanoid shape. Huh, interesting. Looked like the big one was designed for heavy construction work, and he was beating the shit out of the small android. I could imagine that. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Oh, that is too freaking funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to. Just seeing this big robot pound the crap out of. Oh my god, that's hilarious, dude. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Sparks and metal pieces flew across the arena, the crowd cheering the heavy thuds that came with each massive blow. Evan wondered how the little guy was still up. He clearly stood no chance against the other one, but he kept going, arms up and fists closed. Or well arm, singular. He only had one arm now, and one of his legs was damaged beyond repair. He vainly tried to block incoming attacks as the crowd now chanted, "To the death, to the death, to the death." Cornering the little guy, the construction bot lifted both of his colossal arms and then brought them down with all of his might, shattering his foe's head into 1,000 tiny pieces. The crowd went crazy. Wow, that's interesting that they did that sound effect. This is bad. This is really, really bad. I have to find Aiden and fast. Evan pushed his way through the crowd, trying to get closer to the arena, saying "excuse me" and "sorries" along the way. He made it to the front row just in time to see a couple of staff pulling the destroyed remains of the android's body from the arena. Give it up for the house champ, everyone. The hulking king loader. Okay. Or I guess it would be the hulking King Loader. I guess that's how it would be. You had to like do the announcement. Once again, the crowd went crazy, clapping and whistling and shouting. Oh, I thought that there was gonna be another one of the. I thought that they were gonna clap some more. That's all for today, folks. Go get another round of drinks and place your bets because we have more challengers coming soon. Then he saw Aiden at the opposite side of the room, just outside the arena, in some sort of cage with other androids. That's when it hit Evan. He really was going to fight. Oh no, 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 no. Jesus Christ. It'd be like, oh. Could you just imagine just hearing Cleveland Browns say that Aiden is strong, but this is madness. I'm not sure he can survive this. What's he trying to accomplish here? What the? The voice of the man before echoed inside Evan's head. Said he was only going to leave here dead. Aiden, please talk to me. I know you can hear me. Aiden glanced at Evan's direction, but he still wouldn't look directly at him. Aiden, I just want to talk, please. Noticing people in the crowd were starting to look at Aiden's side and slowly walk closer to the iron bar separating him from Evan. He stopped in front of Evan, his features cold. There's nothing you can say that will convince me to go to Omega. I'm sorry, Evan, but there's no future for me here, out there. Let me at least go out on my own terms. This is all I have. So that's it? You're just going to give up? What do you expect me to do, Evan? You have no idea what I've been through. Uh-oh. You know, can I just say something? He would be such a problem if it wasn't for those rock hard abs of his that he has in his muscles, even though they're from two completely different body parts. Huh, whatever. Oh, God. Okay. Anyways, I'm not coming back. Soon it'll be my turn to fight. And when the time comes, I'll let my opponent win. You care about me? Let me have this. But I don't think you'll want to watch. Aiden turned his back to Evan, joining the other androids at the far end of the cage. Evan stood there, processing what was about to happen. Processing his options. But he felt something different, something new, unlike any of the past crossroads of his life. He didn't feel powerless or fearful. He felt angry. Angry at Aiden for not trusting him, for giving up. Angry at Omega for treating Aiden the way they did. He felt anger like he had never had before. He couldn't tell if it was Aiden's influence or what, and he didn't care. He knew what he had to do. Evan walked around the cage where Aiden was, heading towards the staff arena area, looking over the arena. You're soon stopped by an unmovable wall of a security officer. Sorry, pal. Staff only. I can see that. I want to talk with someone in charge. And you are Evan. Evan Hughes. Am I supposed to know who that is? No. No, look, The voice came from the staff area. It's okay, Mike. Let him in. The security officer gazed over his shoulder, then back at Evan. Shrugging, he stepped aside. Evan walked up a few steps into the staff area. It looked like a VIP area from a nightclub with a couch and a center table with drinks and cigarettes. Leaning against the rail overlooking the arena, a man wearing sunglasses and a golden prosthetic arm motioned for him to get closer. Evan Hughes, is that right? Evan freaked out a bit. Did he know who he was? How? Yes, that's right. And you are the owner of this fine establishment. One of them, anyway. I saw you chatting with our latest participant down there, Mr. Hughes. You two friends? Yes, something like that. Well, my condolences. Pardon my honesty, but he's about to get smashed to pieces. I let you in because I was curious. He's not the usual android that we managed to get here. But I'm also curious as to why he wanted to get in here. If you want to call the fight off, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh, I think you might have misunderstood me. I'm not here because I want a fight called off. Oh, enlighten me then, Mr. Hughes. A few minutes earlier, ladies and gentlemen, pleased to announce a last-minute change to our fight schedule. First of all, let me introduce to you our newest challenger, Aiden. Interesting. The electronic lock on the cage opened, and out walked a slightly confused Aiden. His fight wasn't supposed to happen until later in the afternoon. And now for the real surprise. I know all of you were dying to see more of our house champion, but we have someone new incoming today. Now, calm down. Y'all degenerates are going to like this one, I promise. Before I introduce our next fighter, let's make something clear. He insisted on being here tonight. He even signed a contract with us, waiving all of his rights in case of death. Now you might be asking, rights? Androids don't have rights. Well, that's a surprise, folks. Our next fighter is no android. Give it up for Evan Hughes, everyone. What? Wow, interesting. A spotlight flared, lighting the door leading to the staff area that unlocked with a loud thunk. An anxious-looking Evan entered the arena, walking around it until he was facing opposite of Aiden, who now had an incredulous look on his face. Oh boy. There was a mix of soft applause, confused muttering, and manic shouting from the crowd. Aiden looked angrily at Evan. What the hell is this, Evan? You wanted to fight? Well, here I am. Let's fight. Oh boy. Are you kidding me? I'll break you in half in seconds, and I don't want to do that. You look pretty pissed at me just now. God damn it, Evan. What do you want from me? We're in the middle of a fight club, by the way. Oh, and it looks like our fighters have some history together. This is about to get fun. What, that they're gonna have an argument in the middle of a fight club? This game is like half professional wrestling here, almost. Jesus Christ. Aiden cringed at the announcer's commentary. He was beyond angry now. Evan, in the meantime, was trying to hide his nervousness. He couldn't believe he was really doing this. If I go back without you, they'll probably erase my memories. So I'm going to beat some sense into you. You know you stand no chance against me, Evan. This isn't some kind of joke. This is serious. I'm not... Okay, that's enough talking. It's time to fight! Oh boy. Crowd cheered. Lights flashed. And an electric voice said, "Fight! Fight!" That was a bad one. Evan lifted his closed fist, obviously shaking. His whole body was screaming for him to run away. But he was in too deep now. He had to stick to the plan. Aiden sneered at Evan, watching him get closer without lifting his fist. Evan kept getting closer and closer. Until Aiden sighed, lifted a closed fist, and with a scream of rage delivered a powerful punch. Evan lifted his arms and closed his eyes, getting ready for the pain, but it never came. When he opened his eyes, he saw Aiden turned around with his fist deep into a broken panel on the cage. Electric gate lock. The lock fizzled and the door opened. The other android stood there confused as the crowd murmured, baffled. Aiden went inside the cage and punched the other gate, the one leading to outside, and the door opened as well. He turned to Evan, his expression still that of rage. "You won, Evan. Let's go." Evan snapped back to reality, his body obeying him again. He couldn't believe his gamble had worked. Hey. Where do you think you're going? You're my property now. Tin cans, get back here. The other android stood there until Aiden and Evan walked through the gate. Then one by one, each of them started to flee. Aiden knocked out the first security officer with a well-positioned throw while hitting another security officer as well. Wow, he actually went to town, didn't he? Evan followed behind him as the crowd started to panic, trying to escape from all the androids that were suddenly loose. Hey, you two. You come back here, you fuckers. I like that one. Evan didn't even look back at the owner, who was shouting and trying to make his way to get through the to make his way to them through the fleeing crowd. The original stairs Evan had come was obviously not an option now. Too many people were trying to get out through there. Looking around, Aiden quickly found an emergency staff exit just behind the arena, near the staff area. As they walked outside, a bright light came down on them. What are we? Evan froze and felt as if the floor below him had collapsed. It was all over. They were surrounded. These guys were not going to let them get away. Unit A7-DN and Mr. Hughes stepped forward immediately. Everyone else, step down if you don't want to get shot. We're allowed to use lethal force if we have to. What? As his eyes grew accustomed to the light, Evan realized what he was looking at. Those weren't gangsters, those were Omega security officers, actually. Those looked more like commandos, if anything. They were surrounding the bar, aiming assault rifles at everyone close to it. Around Evan and Aiden, dozens of client security officers and staff crouched with their hands above their heads. Above them, a helicopter illuminated from the whole place with floodlights, the Omega insignia flashing its neon sign for all to see. And everyone was pissed scared of them. Even though the owner of the bar was mere inches away from Evan and Aiden now, he didn't dare move another step. Despite the command for them to step forward, Aiden was paralyzed. Evan was scared too, but seeing Aiden's reaction was enough to move him into action. He stepped forward, grabbing Aiden by his hand and guiding him towards the landing helicopter. Once they were close enough, Evan saw who was inside waiting for them in the passenger seat, flanked by two guards. Unit A7-TN, Mr. Hughes. Morgan, I don't care. I'll deal with you later. Evan felt a punch to his gut. Like it wasn't Morgan was his friend, but they were always nice to him. He had never seen them cold like this. So the two of them stepped inside the helicopter as the rest of the guards went back inside their trucks, their weapons still aimed at the crowd. Their flight back was devoid of any words. The only sound was the whirl of helicopter blades. Good way. So, I don't know if I should save it here. So let me see here. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, now I have to skip. Yeah, now I have to skip everything. Just to get back, because you can't do anything. What did I pick here again? Screw it. Oh my god. I have to skip all the way to this here. This is crazy. I don't even care. I have to skip all this. Crazy that I have to skip all this. Oh, wait. Hopefully I didn't go too far. At least I don't think I did. I think that this is it.
Watch as the
I thought I pressed no. Oh, great.
lights, the buzzing streets.
Oh, that's so bad. I know I did this. This is gonna be bad that I can't find the place that I was supposed to. Because this is where I was. Yeah, because this is where I was afterwards. I'll figure this out. I know I can off stream. Get me back to what I had it before. Or maybe I'll do it after I come back. God damn it, I can't believe. So let's see if I can get me back to my point here. Well, it saved me back here now. Great. I believe that's where it left off before. Well, I might have changed something in the storyline. Maybe. Hopefully it's the same outcome. That would kind of suck if it wasn't. I mean, it puts us back up there anyways. That's what I say. I wonder how this one's gonna differ from the one before. So instead of him arriving a couple minutes late, Evan arrived at the 113th floor of a mega tower in a hurry, bolting out of the elevator as soon as the doors opened. He wasn't looking forward to facing Morgan, but he had to. Aiden was counting on him. After walking for a while, Evan arrived at a corridor that led to Morgan's office and saw Caleb pacing around. Caleb, I need your help. Aiden is in danger. Whoa, calm down, Evan. You're out of breath. Breathe, then you can tell me what happened from the start. Evan took a deep breath and then told Caleb what happened in the past couple of hours. That's why I need your help. Maybe you can convince Aiden to save himself when I couldn't. Interesting that they give you... Caleb didn't answer right away. He stared at the floor, thinking of something. I can certainly try, but I need a small favor from you first. This won't take long, and it will give Aiden hope. Fine. What do I have to do? Please sit, Mr. Hughes. Morgan's voice was professional and polite, but to Evan it felt rigid, devoid of the friendly spark from before. They were standing at the window with their back to Evan. Their desk was a bit of a mess, with data pads scattered and missed cups of coffee. Evan sat, and something on Morgan's desk reflected sunlight, a small gold security card. What the hell? He had seen Morgan use it before. It must be the one Caleb was talking about. Evan felt the weight of the small metal disc in his pocket. He hoped that whatever Caleb was planning didn't show up on Morgan's security feeds. Anxious, Evan opened his mouth to speak, but Morgan simply raised a finger, interrupting him. Morgan turns around, facing Evan with a neutral expression on her face. They sighed. Look, Evan, you're not in trouble. You just, Aiden's actions are not your responsibility, they're mine. They're Omega's responsibility. Well, you failed to communicate to your superior that a security breach had happened as soon as it did. Aiden's actions are not your responsibility. You don't go play the hero, you call me. Morgan, I'm sorry, I will take full responsibility. But right now, Aiden is Evan's not better of it. What are you? Can I have permission to take Caleb out of the building for a couple of hours? Are you kidding me? First you lose one android, and now you want to lose another? No, I need Caleb's help. I told Morgan all that happened, and they listened quietly, a stoic expression on their face. So Aiden actively pursued self-termination? I see. We will adjust some of his levels, see what works out. Morgan, you know that's not going to help. Excuse me? He needs... He needs some air, figuratively and literally. You need him well for this project to do well. So help him help you. Morgan stared at Evan for what felt like minutes. He wished Morgan was pissed at him. It would be better than this amorphous expression. Oh, God. Feedback noted. Anything else? No. I suggest we focus on what we can do right now. Do you have any suggestion to help him start his recovery? Maybe Caleb can help. They care about each other. I could take him with me to talk to him. Fine. But I want a full report at my codex by midnight. Of course, thank you, Morgan. Interesting. So we get to take Caleb. Huh. Just as he was leaving, Evan felt a light vibration on his pocket. Whatever it was that Caleb had given to him had finished doing its job just in time. Evan left the room sighing. This could have been worse. Turning a corner, he found Caleb waiting for him. Interesting, so you trade one person for another person. So how was it? Morgan said you came to... That's good. And what about the device? Evan looked over his shoulder for a moment, then handed the metal disc back to Caleb. It vibrated just before I left their room. I take it meant it worked? I think it did. Let's go find Aiden. I'll explain everything to you on the way. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I was wondering why we didn't get to see the other robots. Interesting. I was wondering that. I actually like this pathway better, to be honest. Hmm. I actually like this. I like this storyline. That's a good one. I take it Evan asked you to come to give up the fight? Something like that. Just listen to him for a moment, Aiden, please. Aiden looked at the arena where the last fight before his was about to wrap up with another massacre by the house champion. Come on, Caleb, you know why. This is interesting. Sorry, I should be reading this. I know why you're angry. But give up like this? This is not you. They go easy on you, my friend. You don't want to put me through every time I try to escape. You don't know what they put me through every time I escape. Interesting. I'm tired of this. What if I told you it's not going to end doing this? You know that, don't you? I figured they can just put me into another body and it'll be like I just took a nap. But maybe they don't. Maybe they finally give up on me and let me rest. And if they don't, well, at least I finally did something on my own accord. And cost them a few million credits while I did it. Wow, he's talking about suicide. I see. I understand it now. But I have a better option. And what would that be? Without saying another word, Caleb showed Aiden the metal disc, who stared at it. Is that a copy of their access card? Yes. Copy of Morgan's gold access card. Caleb had briefly explained it to Evan on their way to the arena. He and Aiden had thought of cloning it for a long time now, but they never found a way to get close enough to Morgan. Or long enough to do it. Huh. Interesting. But he could see this was lifting Aiden's spirits. Could mean an upper hand. Without saying another word, Aiden issued a few commands to the terminal with the... Oh, okay, so this is where we came in. Interesting. I don't think that we had this part. Huh. And as soon as the door opened, Evan jumped and hugged him. Hey, Aiden hugged him back. Oh my goodness, so you actually get this one as a better one. We'll have time for that later. We still have to get out of here. Actually, I like this one better. Huh. Nothing much. I just convinced them that Omega would not enjoy... Wow, we had like helicopters coming down and everything. That was actually pretty interesting. Huh. This one's more interesting. I actually like this one better. It maybe reminded him what happened to those who tried it before. Wait, what did happen to those who did? You don't want to know. That's uplifting, especially coming from someone who carrying around the stolen copy of Morgan's card. This will be worth it, I promise. Can you get Morgan to approve that I go visit you two at your apartment in a couple of days? Of course. I'll share what I learn with you then. Okay, it's a deal. Oh, I think that's my driver. I'll see you two in a couple of days then. Hey, Caleb. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank me after we get out of this in one piece. See you soon. I like this better. That's better for me. That's actually pretty cool. Kind of weird how you have to do that. Now I kind of wonder where this one's gonna play out. Do I like the storyline of this game? I actually I prefer the other one, but that one was actually pretty cool. Cool in and in itself to save up on. That was actually pretty cool. I actually enjoyed that. The turn of events in this game. Although I thought I picked the right choices the first time around. When I went and looked back at it, I did. So I don't know. Maybe it's in the game itself. But thank you very much to anyone that came out. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to end the stream here now. Like, this is... Now I'm into uncharted territory here. So where does the storyline go from here now? I wonder. Greatly appreciative to anyone that came out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am also, too, I always like to say, I love just to say that I am so appreciative, again, of anyone that came out. Like, thank you very much. Lucy, thank you for being on this journey with me. You're amazing. And YouTube, we're back here tomorrow evening with this. So, till then, peace out.